friends, it's Jenny. I'm stalling. I should be doing things. Oh, anytime I go outside, my hair does whatever it wants. I should be doing stuff, but listen, it's been productive. I got up, I had a 7 a.m. doctor's appointment because we're in a different time zone, of which at the very end I mentioned it to her, and she's like, la, 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 don't tell me that, don't tell me that. I'm not licensed to serve anyone in another state. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Licenses are dumb. Ridiculous. I went in my closet after I took my shower and got ready to grab some clothes and saw a box in there, and I'm like, what blinds are those? Those aren't, I didn't put them up in my bedroom. I'm like, oh right, I'd forgotten I had another set of blinds for the closet. I could have done that last night. Do you remember how frustrated I got over the fact that I had the wrong size blinds? Listen, I found a solution to that. But at any rate, I boxed up all those blinds, and I did take them upstairs and put them in the other closet, which is just loaded with everything that I'm taking back home to Ohio. And I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, right, I've got blinds for my closet. I forgot I'm not doing the up, down, down, up blinds because they were too expensive. And why would I need them to be half down in my closet? Nobody ever has to see in my closet. So I got the regular blinds in there, $25 one. So, okay, so I paid $100 to this guy. So far, I got $75 worth of blinds, which is a really good deal. 3 windows for $75 because they are $50 a piece. So, and I still have 1 extra set of blinds. But did a lot of research last night into, can I take it to Kohl's and will they cut it? Can I take it to Home Depot and will they cut it? Because I know they will cut their blinds, but I'm like, can you pay them to do yours? Basically, the answer was, no, they won't. But then people were saying, well, just get a hacksaw. Everyone was like, just get a hacksaw and just do it. Just get a saw and do it. And I'm like, first of all, me and a hacksaw don't go well together. I don't know what it is, but it seems like it goes all over the place. And I just need like a circular saw and go, but I don't have one. My husband has a circular saw. He doesn't have the table saw, but he does have a circular saw. I'm taking him home and having him cut 1 inch off of both sides. I double checked. There is room to take 1 inch off of both sides. And for it to not hit the strings that come down. I thought it would. It's not. In fact, I'll have them take like 1.25 inches off of both sides to be safe. Because really, if you have a window, and I've learned this, if you have a window that's 35 inches wide, so you get 35-inch blinds, they're really 34 3/8 inch or something. They're not exactly that size. They have like a give. The blinds they come in a little bit. And of course you put the brackets wherever, but the brackets have room for the blinds to move around a little bit. So I'm gonna have them cut them shorter. I got the brackets all up. They're all ready to go. When I bring them back, I'll just pop them in and away we go. So it's okay. It's okay. It was not a waste. And the blinds are gonna be on this window eventually. I just got 2 trash cans from Temu. I have to take them upstairs. I just noticed this morning when I was looking at something else that I got 2 of them. I thought I was gonna get just 1 and see if I liked it. And if I did order another. Apparently I changed my mind on that. I just don't remember that thought process going on. So I've got 2. So here we go. I'm gonna bring them in here and open them up. I'm looking around for my scissors. I was using them this morning when I had to cut open the blinds box. Maybe they're still in my bedroom. No, they're not. No, I took everything out of here and put it where? They're not in the drawer downstairs where they belong. So I probably just threw them in with other tools in the tool suitcase. Most people have a tool box, but I've got a tool suitcase. I got this tiny little suitcase. Sure enough, there they are. Got this tiny little suitcase. It's really too small to use for anything. So I put my tools in it because it's on wheels. So if it's heavy with all the tools, I can just roll it. Brilliant. Did I just show you? I think you've seen it before. It's this little itty bitty suitcase. It's like the size of the ones that the flight attendants use. So, all right, let's open this up and see how these trash cans look. I don't know if they need any assembly or not. I just got ones you just push on the pedal. You'd think I love trash cans with as many trash cans as I have bought for this place. I don't. I just keep screwing up. I'm getting something I think I'm going to like and then realizing I don't. There we go. That is held together well. What else did I do today? I did all my billing for last month for speech therapy. It's a little bit behind. It's supposed to be in by the 3rd of the month. Forgot. And since it's a speech therapy day, I did all my soap notes from last week before my first therapy this morning. A little bit behind. And so far, I have done my soap notes for all my morning therapies. I made myself a little bit of lunch. I was hungry. Usually I'm not hungry till later in the day, but I was hungry and I had a break. So I made 3 eggs and 2 pieces of warm bread with butter because I don't have a way to toast. I mean, I could put them in the oven, but I just didn't feel like going through all that. And then I started thinking I need to get a toaster oven. But if I do get a toaster, I'm going to lock it in the pantry. I don't need that mess. I don't need people making a mess. I don't even like the idea of a toaster now that I think about it. Anything that has crumbs and residual crumbs that are there are just going to attract bugs. And I don't like how many bugs are down here already. I don't need anything that's going to bring in more bugs. So I guess if we want something toasted, we will just stick it in the broiler in the oven and toast it. Or if we need it toasted. So I did all my soap notes. I did my billing. I know I did more stuff. It was productive. Oh, it was a little bit of a process. I attached the wood wall hanging thing that I got. I'll show you. It's hard to explain. For the baggies. Now that I say that, you guys are like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's been sitting down in my pantry for the longest time, and I just keep looking at it, and I'm like, it's just not a priority. I'll do it at some point. And then today, I just thought, it's a good time to do it now because today my up, down, up blinds are supposed to arrive, but they're not here yet. So, turn on the light. See? It's got my gallon bags, my quart bags, my sandwich bags, and then this is for snack bags. I'm probably going to buy a box of snack bags and stick them in there just because it's going to bother me to have a hole that's open. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to put in there besides snack bags, but I don't think so. I got these small trash bags that are too small for my garbage can, but I think they're going to work in fact, I'll take 2 of them now. I think they're going to work in the new trash cans upstairs because look how small they are. Okay, they're not really that small. They're folded over, but they're little. And my kitchen trash can, they don't fit in. So they fit in the bathroom trash cans. They have handles. You don't really need them in the bathroom trash cans, but that's fine. Normally I just use, like this thing came with the ironing board cover. So you're supposed to hang it up and put trash bags in it, and then you pull them out from the bottom. It's open down at the bottom, and then you pull them out one at a time. But it just bothered me to have it up high. It just seemed like it was in my face up here. So I put it down lower, and I just pull them out from the top. But it's packed. So not much room for anything else. I am going to keep my eyes open. I did see another one of these for wax paper, aluminum foil, and plastic wrap. So I thought that would be good. Right now I just have my foil and my plastic wrap sitting on my shelf. Okay, what else? Stuck a piece of bread in with my cookies that I made yesterday. Did I tell you I made cookies last night? Yeah, I did. After my breaded fish, talk about treating yourself. I overcooked them, so I really punished myself. That is what it is. What else did I do? Oh, I noticed that the kitchen table, dining room table, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I noticed it before, but I went and took out of my sanding block paper things, which are probably supposed to stick to a tool that you stick this to. It's probably like a Velcro tool you stick it to, and then you have the handle, but I never bought the tool. I just bought these, and they're very, 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 very fine grade. And it's so that I can go around and get all the little teeny clumps of paint or dust that's in the paint or whatever that was left behind, and I can get them all off. So I went over the table and there were a lot of sections. Well, you can't even see it anymore. Right over here, see it's shiny because it's been cleaned. That had like super glue of some sort, some really, really strong glue that did not want to come up. So I did a lot of sanding and then wiping it down and sanding and wiping it down. And I eventually had to get a knife and kind of like pop up some of the areas, and then it came up and it looks better. I may have put a ding or two in the wood from the knife, but like it's so much better than the big clumps of paint. And one section had a big like flat area of it. So it wasn't even like clumps or string of paint from glue. It was like completely like rubbed out and then dried that way. Look how wet my fingers are. This is because I put the teak oil on it, my teak oil. That doesn't necessarily soak really well. I noticed the other day, because I teak oiled all of the wood furniture after I cleaned it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there. The top of that was shiny in multiple places for a good week afterwards. So I realized, okay, I feel like I'm just going to have to sand it down and refinish it at some point, which I'm going to have to do with this, because some of the top coat on the kitchen table, there's little spots where the like polyurethane kind of top coat was gone. But I don't know. I just kind of sanded it down, put some teak oil on it, let it sink in there. Yeah, it doesn't look great. But someday, when I have more time to do that kind of a project, which is fine detail work, I'll sand the whole table and not refinish it necessarily, but like put a new top coat on it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll change the color of it a little bit. I've really grown to like it. At first, I thought I wanted it darker, but I'm happy with it. Yeah, I like it. So I had issues putting this wood box up, of course. Would not fit on it. I kept using a screw thing to widen the area that they go on. I finally ended up just going and getting a washer. It's the first time I really thought of using a washer in the proper way that you probably are supposed to use a washer to take up. Anyway, I don't have to explain all that to you. You're bored, I'm sure. I feel like something else happened today, but I can't tell you what it is. I did clean my baseboards. And I went around to all the windows and wiped them all down. Now, I didn't get a wet cloth and wipe everything, but I got a dry cloth and cleaned all the windows from yesterday and all the baseboards around the area. Now I got to get Sharky up here to do his job and clean the carpets, or just get my own vacuum and clean the carpets. But I have to say, it does feel good to take care of. Okay, I brought these up here. I don't know what they do with the scissors. It is like the ever disappearing scissors. A normal person would just get another pair of scissors, but I won't do it because I swear I have 30 pairs of scissors. I think I donated 30 pairs of scissors to Goodwill this year. I went through all of the bins that I have that organized all my kids' school supplies. It was a huge undertaking. And it was all over the kitchen for like 2.5 weeks. Just a mess. Okay. Some black and cream throw pillows. 2 of them for $10 I'm going to pick up on Friday. That was somebody writing back. So I went through all that stuff, and I had like 2 boxes of stuff a lot of stuff I threw away, and then 2 big boxes of stuff that I took to Goodwill, and the rest of the stuff I just organized. You know what? I never finished that project now that I think about it, because I never labeled. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I forgot I never finished that project, really. That bugs me. The little labels in the front of the containers, a little plastic area that you could put a label in. I needed to get some like dark brown cardstock and then type out and print on like address labels, the name of everything, so it looks nice. That's how they were, but as the bins that they were in, the plastic containers that they were, not plastic, but they were in like those fabric covered. It was from Costco. So many people had these. They were the wood bin containers, and then they came with cream. They remind me of cuppies when you're in school. So I had the cream bins, and I had the labels in all of them that organized them for the kids for all these years. And I had a lot of them. 24 different bins. Lots of stuff. What did I just do with the scissors? Did you see me walk around with the scissors? This is why I get half as much done in a day as I expect to. It is almost always the scissors. I've got pens up here and pens downstairs. I never did find that pencil that I was using to mark the wall. It still hasn't reappeared. I'm like, it'll show up. It hasn't shown up. That's fine. I've been using a pen. It works too. Back downstairs. I think I may have had it in my hand. Why did I go downstairs? I don't even know why I came down here to begin with. There they are. Sure enough. The heck? I went to put this on the window, that project, to work on that, because I decided to keep it. It was only like $6. I'm like, oh, for $6, I'm going to put it on the window of the door, and then I have extra if there's some other place I want to put it, or maybe I take it home and put it someplace. I'm not sure. But when I'm looking at the little picture instructions, I see them spreading it all out with a spreader, and then a ruler with an X-Acto knife to cut it, because they're like, cut it bigger first, then put it on and cut the extra off after it's up. Almost all those tools are coming with my kit for the wallpaper. So that got tabled. Back to our trash can. So what I was stalling with when I called you, I sent my rooming list, got it all cleaned up and the room's right, so they know what day everyone's coming and who's in what room, blah, 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 blah. Sent it to the hotel. And then I called the other person at the hotel who I do my booking with, and I'm like, I never booked 2027. I can book 2027 first thing in January. That's how they do it. This hotel is so nice to me in the Amish country, because I've been there so many times, that she's like, just call me between Christmas and New Year and pick a day. That way you definitely get what you want. She's extending like extra privileges to me, and still, this is what month? It is April? 4 months later, and I'm calling saying, hey, what weekends do you have available? It's tough because I have so many people who come. I need both of the conference rooms for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I require more than what some people do. They just need one or two, one of the two rooms. All right. Anyway, it looks like we're going to come up with something, but the only May weekend, I always do it in May and August, the only May weekend that she has available is Memorial Day weekend. We've done Memorial Day weekend in the past, and it was not successful. So I might do it the last weekend of April, if that's available. I'm not sure if it is. I'll have to check with her and see. I just don't want to do Memorial Day again, because people are busy. And a lot of people in Ohio are campers. And Memorial Day weekend is the weekend they get their camper out for their first weekend of camping. And a lot of them just camp locally. It's not like they travel all around the country and use it. They have a camp spot at a certain campground they like to go to, or they permanently put it at whatever their site is and get it open for the weekend. Nonetheless, Memorial Day weekend is it. It's also a big family reunion weekend. Had a lot of people with family reunions. And I even had, what color is this strip? Oh, it has a tissue paper on top of it. I'm like, what color did I order? And I got two of them. It's so hard to return things to Temu. Okay. It's fine. It's cute. It's the perfect size. I was afraid it was going to be too tall or too big. Okay. I love it. I love it. I thought it was a really weird color. There we go. She's perfect. Yes. Let me take this little liner. Oh, right, and it's soft close too. I mean, come on. You can't go wrong with that. So I got 2 of them. Guest bathroom, my bathroom. Very good. Nice. So I have to figure that out. I have to call her back because she left me a message with all different dates and times and what they do have available. So I'm going to have to call her and work that out. I did something else online. I just can't remember what it is. But I did go through all my emails, and it's been a couple days since I've done that. So that's good. I have something that itches on my ear. Now I'm all concerned about skin cancer. Ever since you get melanoma, every little area that is not normal is a concern. I'm gonna have to make sure I point that out to her next time. Make sure it's okay. I just keep thinking it's a bug bite, but I think it's been there for a long time. And one of the signs, first of all, your ears, especially the top of your ears, is a common area to get skin cancer. I didn't think I would because I have longer hair, but I may have had years of my hair being back too. Sometimes melanoma just goes where it wants to go. It's systemic. It's not necessarily right where the sun hit it. It's not the same as some of the other cancers. Which reminds me I have to make a dermatology appointment because she changed practices. And so I have to look into the other practice and make sure it's commensurate with my insurance and then schedule an appointment to see her. And then what I have pulled up on my laptop right now is Whirlpool appliances, because I have 2 appliances now that I need to have them come take care of. That little stuff around your oven door, the cushion piece that goes around it, it's like popping out on both sides at the top. And I'm not sure how to put it back. I don't think I should have to. It's new. So I'm going to have them come out and take care of that. And then, of course, the microwave still doesn't have any power control. So we've been just powering everything, whether we want to defrost it, cook it, whatever. It's all on high. It's my only option, high. I also only have the option, but I think this is the way the microwave is because looking through the manual, I didn't see otherwise. There's no numbers on it. It's just a dial, and the dial goes up by 15 seconds. You want to cook something for 20 seconds? Too bad. Put it in for 30 and stand there and watch it and take it out early. So dumb. I feel like I've said so dumb a lot today. All right. I did spend a little bit of time looking at sleeper sofas, which wasn't going to be part of this trip at all. And the sleeper sofa is going to go into this guest bedroom. I just want to make sure I get a comfortable one. Why? Why do I care? Who's going to be on the sleeper? They're not going to be on it for a long period of time. Hey, the mattress that I got, that $177 mattress, I've been sleeping so good on it. It's softer than I would like. I thought too soft for me, but yet there's something about curling up in that bed. It's the same linens that were on my bed. I think it's just because it's a little softer that I just feel more, I'm in bed, as opposed to, boom, sleeping on a rock. It's good for your back, Jen. And I was thinking I was really enjoying my mattress until I got on this one. But it does have a little too much give at one point, but I noticed when I moved the bed over so it was a little bit more centered under the ceiling fan, because it wasn't centered at all under the ceiling fan. So I'm like, let me get it at least closer. So I moved it closer to the closet. And in the process of moving it, I heard jing, which is the metal bar underneath, because I could never get it to line up properly. It just seems almost impossible. So today, I stripped the linens. Oh, that's what I did, a load of laundry. I got to get it out of the washing machine into the dryer. So today, I stripped it, put it in the laundry with a bunch of other stuff that I needed to wash. All the linens for the guest bathroom, the towels that I just bought, plus some of my clothes. And I picked up the mattress, and then I picked up the box spring. And then I went down and I attempted it again. That middle bar not only moved and shifted, it flipped completely upside down. The legs were sticking up on it. I'm like, I don't know that was doing anything. And I felt like the middle might be a little bit soft. So it did not take me that long. Sometimes it might just be that the last time I was doing it at night, you know, sometimes at night, like things are just more difficult. The brain works slower. The muscles are tired. It's just, you just don't have the motivation that you do earlier in the day. And that might have just been all I needed. I don't know, but I managed to get both sides of it into a hole so that it's sort of locked in. So I'm very excited about it. I hope it's not too high in the center now. Watch, they go rolling off the sides, especially if there's two people in the bed. But I don't know. I'm not sleeping in it anymore because I'm washing the sheets now. And, I'm done. I'm moving back to my bed because today my up, down, down, up blinds are supposed to arrive. So I will finish my speech therapy at 5, normally at 6, but I'm in a different time zone. So I'll finish at 5, and at 5:30, I have another irrigation guy coming. I have another one on Friday. This is a new guy because I just put in their requests for like more people to give me requests. A lot of people just said no, they just wouldn't do it. It might partly be that it's too small of a project. And one guy wrote back and just said, I'm tabling the irrigation part of my business until I can get more qualified people to work for me. And then I noticed he had like a 3.4 rating. So I'm like, oh gosh. Thank goodness. I talk about dodging a bullet on that. The last thing I need is for somebody to come like, oh, that's a really great price. And then they put in something with shoddy work. And then I have water issues or the doesn't work and the grass is drying out and I'm not there and all kinds of problems. So in the end, I might end up paying a lot more than I want to. But I mean, sometimes I guess you got to do what you got to do. I'm saving thousands on all the rest of my thrifting. Nothing like throwing it all into an irrigation system. Isn't that lovely? That reminds me when my husband and I bought our first house. When we first got married, he was living in a studio condo. So we had paid it off and saved up and moved into a 1-bedroom condo in a building a little bit further down that was a little bit nicer. And we were renting out the studio. And then eventually we sold both of them and we bought a small house. After my daughter was born. She was actually born while we lived in the 1-bedroom studio for about 3 or 4 months. We were all in there together. Her bedroom was basically the living room. It's fine. She was a baby. You do what you got to do. So we moved into the house, and the person who we moved into the house with, she was showing me the information from the waterproofing company. One of the biggest waterproofing companies in the state of Ohio was called Ohio State Waterproofing. And they come with a lifetime warranty. So she was giving me all the information. She goes, make sure you transfer this into your name. You might as well take advantage of it because we paid the, I don't know how many thousands. I mean, back then, I think it was something like $7,000 or $8,000, but which is probably equivalent to like $21,000 today. But she said, we paid the money for the whole thing to get this place waterproofed and get a sub pump in and all that so that the basement is fine because it was damp when we moved in. She said, that was all our wedding money. She says, talk about depressing. I'm like, yeah, all your wedding money went into waterproofing. Sorry, that was loud. Went into waterproofing the basement. Can you imagine? How sad is that? Like, not even a table, you know, it's not like it doesn't have to be practical. I'm not thinking like, oh, they should have taken it and gone to Mexico on a great vacation. No, just something that you can look at and enjoy, you know, a couch, even an appliance that you really like. That's like, oh, I always wanted a front-loading washer or dryer, and I'm going to get one now with our wedding money. I don't know. It just feels... I don't understand this dryer. This washer and dryer, I think, are bizarre. I guess that'll do. It doesn't make sense. I suppose if I read the manuals, it would help. It has all these words on there, but they all seem the same. Cottons, casuals, delicates. What's the difference between a cotton and a casual? I don't know. But then there's all the different time dries, but then there's also a damp dry and a more dry and an optimum dry and a less dry. And then under casuals, you have more and less dry. And I don't know. Rarely do I ever wash delicates. I just pulled my bra out and stuck it on top of the dryer to air dry. It's the only delicate I have. I don't think underpants are that delicate. It's just cotton. Oh, well, I suppose some people's are. I'm beyond those years. I'm practical. I like to wear things that are comfortable. All right, I'm going to open my second trash can here, get my bags in it, swap them out with the trash cans that are in the bathrooms right now, and get back to my speech therapy. Oh, as I mentioned before, then afterwards I have the irrigation guy, and then what was I going to, oh, tonight before I go to bed, I got to install all 3 of my up, down, down, up blinds in my bedroom so that I can sleep in there tonight. I mean, I could sleep anyway. I've been sleeping in there, but I just make sure the lights are always off when I walk through, and the curtains are closed, but they're like semi-sheer. They're not sheer, but they're also not room darkening. So you can see that I think might be part of the reason why I'm sleeping so well. I have room darkening blinds in the other room, and guess what? I didn't use them last night because I installed the blinds, room darkening blinds. I have room darkening drapes in there. And it's been so dark at night, and I think that's part of why I've enjoyed my sleep, that it's as dark as it is. I got to get my eye mask that I have back at home. So last night, I thought I'm just going to close the blinds and not use the drapes because I don't need them. And I didn't need them, but there was more light coming up in the morning. They called them room darkening. Remember I said on the blinds, they said room darkening blinds. I'm like, are they really room darkening blinds, or are they just your room is darker because you're closing the blinds? Sure enough, I think that's what it is. They're no different than any other blinds that you close. Whatever. But last night, I slept 7 hours and 42 minutes. That is not bad because I had to be up early. I'm trying to hit it. Oh, it does say hi. Oh, so I didn't have a good sleep score the night before? I swear it said okay when I first looked at it, but it may have been calculating the day before. Maybe I didn't do my sleep score with you the day before. I think a lot was going on and I didn't think about it. Yep, let me take a look at this. So it was high, it's a 90. That's not bad. It's in the 90s too. That's really good. A 48 out of 50 on duration, 7 hours, 42 minutes. Yes, that's good. My bedtime, 19 minutes earlier than usual. I was exhausted. I thought I stayed up later than I should have, especially because I went and ate the breaded fish and then made a batch of cookies starting at like 8 o'clock or 8:30 at night. That whole process started to make myself feel better. Okay. Interruptions, I had 5 of them for 44 minutes total. Yeah, that's not ideal, but a 12 out of 20. Again, it's double digits. I'll take it. Interruptions are the bane of my existence. A high sleep score. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. How was your sleep score last night? Did you do okay? I feel like I was going to give you some updates from the other day. Oh, let me give you the update on the egg hunt. It went great. It went great. I'd share pictures with you, but it's, social media and I don't want to share. But he was cute and he enjoyed it. And I just saw one of the notes. He took all the notes home with him and all the eggs and all the stuff that was in the eggs. But I just found the original note had kind of slipped under the table by the couch. Coffee table, if you will. It was under there, so I'm going to have to pull it out and take it over to him and say, hey. He probably already threw away the rest of them, but I don't think so because his Grammy and his auntie are coming this weekend from the other side of the country. So I'm going to go over there and we're going to have a drink. She offered me a glass of wine the other day. She's like, do you drink wine? I said, yeah. She's like, we have a glass of wine. I can drink any wine. I don't love it or enjoy it. And you guys know, I don't want to drink calories if I don't have to. I don't want to eat calories that if I don't enjoy it, I don't want to put it in my body. But for a social occasion, it's worth it. And it might even be a wine that I enjoy, which means it would have to be sweet. No, not like a normal wine. Do not have the palate or the connoisseur. I'm not a wine connoisseur, let's say. So when she was leaving, somehow it came up and we started talking about different drinks, and she's like, oh, I think I have some Mai Tai mix from Costco or something. Maybe I'll make some of that when you come over. I'm like, oh, that sounds lovely. I'm thinking, oh, like a nice fruity mixed drink, any kind of mixed drink. Not any kind, because I don't like a dry martini or anything like that, but anything fruity or sweet. And I said, I like everything. I like wine and all that. I said, I don't have a refined palate, and I just like things that are sweet. Even when it comes to wine, I like the sweet wines, not the dry ones. She's like, me too. I'm like, oh, really? And then she started listing a whole bunch of liquors she's got over there. And I was saying how amaretto is my favorite. And she goes, I think I have some of that. I said, you do? You've got amaretto over there? So now I'm really looking forward to going over and meeting Grammy and Auntie and visiting for a while. I think we're going to do it on Sunday. That's the plan. Sunday I usually go over to my daughter's house. So I'm going to have to flip that around and go over on Saturday. Or maybe I'll go next Monday. Maybe I'll go tomorrow and then spread it to next Monday. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I can do that. I was going to say I have a live stream, but that'll be over in the middle of the day. And then I can go over that evening. Yep, that's the plan. Okay. Well, what time is it? 5 minutes until class begins. I better log in and get going. Nice talking to you. It's going to be a busy day. I don't think I'm going to talk to you again. So take care. Have a great day. I have no words of wisdom. Anything happen that I learned from? When it seems like things have gone terribly wrong, take a pause, take a beat. I think I've had this same words of wisdom in the past, but a whole different situation. You never know, it might just turn around and work out one way or another. Thus my blinds. I really thought I was out $25, or I'm going to have to go through the hassle of selling them to somebody, probably not for the same amount and whatnot. And then I realized I can just cut them, or my husband can just cut them. Better yet. So it wasn't a waste, and that makes me happy. Okay. I'm still on the fence about these curtains. These are the ones that are going in the living room. They're okay. They're just not great. You know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fabric. Maybe it's too smooth. I mean, they were expensive, and they're 108 inches long, and they have black on the other side. They're room darkening. Maybe it's because I only have one, and I want to have two here. I don't know. I got to think about it. I got to think about it for the downstairs area too. Oh, that's the other thing I have to buy. A larger step ladder. I am kicking myself. There's the words of wisdom. You see something you like, stop trying to get a better deal. If you like it, just get it. And I've used this words of advice in the past. Like, there's something you really want, you offer more money for it. I should have just seen these 3 and 4 step ladders and just had gone for it. Now, in hindsight, what the good part is, most of them were 3-step ladders that people were selling for like $10 and $15. And I'm like, what? You know, if they offered 20, would you take 15? If they offered 15, would you take 10? And why? Why, Jenny? And of course, then they're gone. I think I'm going to need a 4-step ladder down there, because I think the ceilings are 9 feet tall. That's tall. And I'm going to have those curtain rods all the way up at the top. So maybe that did work out for me. I didn't buy a 2-step, 3-step, and 4-step ladder. That would have been funny, huh? That would have been something I would have done, though. Yes, it would have. All right, I also have to get to the mailbox today. I don't know if anything has come and been in the mailbox in the past. I only get there like once a week. I don't know why. I mean, it is way at the end of the street, but so I just forget. That's the truth of it. I just forget. All right, that's it. Words of wisdom have been disseminated, and we are done for today. You take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, friends. I'm back. Y'all, I tell ya, I'm trying to think if I've completed a project besides that towel ring that didn't have an incident of some sort. Listen, I was, after class, going outside to meet the landscaping guy to get the estimate for the irrigation system for the side of the house. Well, in the front and the back, because I'm an end unit. And as I was out there, I took the trash out, pulled the car out, took the trash out, and saw the neighbor, Mr. C, who's 2 doors down, was there with his friend, and I can't remember his friend's name. His friend lives away, not here, like an hour away. So we talked, I don't know how long. I mean, my gosh, what time is it? I'm charging my watch. I have no idea what time it is. My phone is being occupied with it. Okay, 8:30 at night. So at about 4:30, my last therapy got canceled. So at about 4:30, I was outside, took the trash out. It's 8:30 now. This is 4 hours later. What happened in that 4-hour period of time? I started talking to Mr. C, met his friend. We chatted, laughed, had a great time. It was all good. They're making me think I might not go with an actual irrigation company. Mr. C's friend said his dad installed his irrigation system. And it was like $30 online. Okay, so I got $5,000 as my first estimate. $2,800 plus $900 for each additional section is the second estimate, although they're coming out to give me a specific number on Friday. And then today's, I don't even know. He said he was going to email me because I'm out there talking with the neighbor. I didn't even see the guy come. I kept turning around to look. And of course, the neighbors knew I was waiting for him too, so they didn't see him either. Somehow the guy, stealth-like, managed to park outside, walk around the property, take measurements, and leave. So he was going to email me his, what do we think? Over or under? It's not going to be good. Whatever it is, it's not going to be good, I'm telling you. How much can I just pay somebody to come do it is the question. He didn't email me. Did it go to spam? Not there. Sorry about this. He said he was going to email me and to take a look at it, and that maybe he hasn't done it yet. Maybe he's going to email me. The rest of the emails are regarding all my scrapbooking business stuff with the hotel and the booking lady and then customers and everything else. Okay, all right, so I don't know. I don't know how much it is. So then I came in and I got my hose and I took it from the back of the house, attached it into the garage so I could water the front of the lawn. Because I'm like, well, I don't know how long it's going to be. I know it's going to be in the 80s in the next couple of days. So I better start soaking the ground. And so I was getting the hose to go out there, and I see that Mr. C is talking to his neighbor on the other side. I don't know who she is. So I ended up putting it down and I walked over there and he goes like, oh, here she is right now. And so I met that neighbor. I've already forgotten her name, so I can't even use the first initial. Oh, what do I want to say? Gosh, what was her? All right, it doesn't matter. So she lives in that unit. Mr. C lives by himself. She lives in that unit with her daughter. It's actually her daughter's unit, but our building, we're like the geriatric ward. Because all these young kids are buying up all these townhomes around here. And then I'm in my 50s, she's in her 40s. He has worked for Southwest Airlines for 31 years and is trying to go like another 7 to retire or something like that. And then there's the daughter who's 25 and her mom who's 55. So there's somebody 55 next to that. And then the very end unit, which we haven't met yet. That's a long story, but she's not moving in until May. But she has been living for the past year. She moved here from, I don't know, California, I think it was, California. And she's been living for the past year with her daughter here in Nashville. And now she just bought her own place on the end. So she's got a daughter who's in her 20s at least as well. So all of us are basically in our 50s, from mid 40s to mid to late 50s. Maybe later. I didn't meet the lady on the very end. She hasn't moved in yet. It's so funny to me. Everybody's so young in here. They were probably all excited about the new group of fun young people and probably like, ooh, who's moving in? Maybe somebody I can date or whatnot. And then we all come in. Mr. C over there is talking about how he threw his back out at Kroger, putting groceries in his trunk. So he's having a hard time walking up the stairs. He spent a week sleeping downstairs. He's saying, I don't know if it's such a good idea to get a townhome with stairs. Oh my God, we're all so old. Oh, it's pathetic. Okay, so anyway, so then I'm meeting the gal next to him and her daughter, who has a place, and she has a house in Texas as well. But she does like events, like traveling events, setting things up for, I don't know what kind of events, something in entertainment. And so they do a lot of, it might just be like fairs and stuff. I'm not sure. She just said entertainment, and she didn't really expand on it. But I know they have lots of trailers, and they go do events and then come back, and they're based out of Gallatin. So because they're based out of Gallatin, she ended up just moving here because now she's just doing more corporate stuff and not driving the trucks and doing the other stuff set up for these events anymore. Her daughter is, but she's just more on the corporate end. Okay, that was more information than you needed to know, but that's the lowdown on the neighbors. So I was talking to them for a long time. I kept looking over. Okay, the guy left. Texted me. I'll email you the estimate. Okay. So I'm talking. We were talking for the longest time. We're learning all about each other. And I'm thrilled because I got the greatest neighbors. They're all so nice. Okay. Then I come back. Now, earlier today, stripped the bed in the guest bedroom. I put the brown sheets on it. They're all right. They're all right. My cats have scratched them a little bit, so it's not even pilling. It's just sort of a pulling. It's just, they don't look really nice for a guest bed, but whatever. It's just my daughter and her husband that are going to be there this first time. I can decide if I want to get different sheets later on. They'll be fine. They're soft and they're comfortable. There's certain spots don't look the great. I tried to take the depiller to it. It didn't matter. It's just, I didn't realize they looked that bad. I guess when I'm at home, I just don't pay attention because I had them on my bed back at home. Okay. We'll decide. Anyway, so that room is all ready to go for guests because my blinds were coming today. My up, down, down, up blinds. I'm like, I will install all 3 of them because each one will go quicker than the one before. The first one takes the longest because you have to keep reading instructions and going, what do they mean? What is that? I'm going to get all 3 of them done, and I'm sleeping back in my bedroom in the front of the house again. Got them out of the box. Realized how much hardware there was. Very little. I'm looking at what it is. I'm like, these are caps on the end. This is this. After doing all the blinds and all that, I'm familiar with it. This is gonna go so fast. Just watch me get this done in under 7 minutes. I just know it. I'm moving along, clipping by, and this is number 1, which means 2 and 3 are going to go that much faster. I go to put the blind in the top part, and I'm trying to pull the top pieces down from it. Does that make sense to you? I'm trying to pull down the top part of the up-down blinds. You know what I just thought? I think I can do that on the regular blinds. If I can do that on the regular blinds, why do I have to get these blinds? I don't know if I can return it because they're custom. I swear I did that. No, I can't. Why did I think I could? That was weird. I swear I pulled them down from the top to get them all in. It must have just been that they were collapsed. I just opened them. That's what happened. Okay, I'm better. I'm better. Okay, so in order to do up, down, down, up, I have to use these. Okay. So I go to put it in the bracket and I'm trying to pull the top down so it's open, you know, so the strings are just hanging and that they like move to the bottom. It's easier to hold the top that way to click it into the thing. I remember that from the last time I did these, which was, I don't know, 4 years ago or something when I did them back at my house. I can't pull it down. I'm like, why can't I pull it? What's going on? And I realized they're attached. I did not order up, down, down, up blinds. I just ordered regular blinds. Regular cellular shades. Light filtering, brown, bright color. Unbelievable. I'm like, how did I do that? These are custom. How much is this going to cost me in restocking fee, and the percentages are not going to give me back? Oh my gosh, the shipping I'm going to have to pay to send everything. I was just, and then I'm like, Jenny, it is what it is. Let it go. Let it go. You can worry about it. You can beat yourself up, or you can just get on the phone and call them. And so I did that. I wanted to chat with them. I didn't want to talk to anybody because I was too embarrassed. But the only option was to call. So I called and I apologized profusely and said, I screwed up. I want up, down, down, up blinds, and I didn't get them. I must have been distracted when I was going back and forth with the colors and realized I got out of the area that I needed to be, and then I ordered the wrong ones. No wonder they were such a great price. Actually, they were a lot more expensive than the ones I bought 5 years ago, so they kind of fit. But it was like $177 for all 3 of them. Yeah, it seems too good a deal. I swear I only paid $155 last time for 3. But that was like 4 or 5 years ago. There you go. Inflation. So I talked to her. This was blinds.com. They were delightful. She's like, you're within the 30-day window. You can just return them. We'll get you other ones that fit. We'll get you the up, down, down, up ones. You're going to just have to pay the difference because, of course, the up, down, down, up ones cost even more. Makes sense. I know I'd have to pay the difference. I don't know what that difference is going to be at this point. Who cares? I got to get my channel monetized. Oh, gosh. But she's like, you'll just pay the difference, and we have the guarantee that they're going to be okay. Is the size okay? I'm like, yeah, the size seemed great. I had originally taken them as soon as I got them and kind of stuck them in the window and saw that they were in there and they fit like perfectly. And I said, well, let me just check again. She's like, well, make sure, you know, at the top, you should top, middle, and bottom. Sometimes windows are a different size along that. And I went to stick it in, and I said, yeah, I'll just click them into the top bracket here and take a look at, pull it down and make sure it looks, couldn't get it in the top bracket because it was too wide to fit in my window. Yes, it was too wide to fit in my window. I measured wrong. I had no problems 4 years ago when I did this. I can beat myself up and say that I'm getting old. It's one option. I can, what's my other options? I can say everybody makes mistakes. This I know well, happens on a daily basis. I do believe a big part of it is rushing. I do remember when I ordered them, I just like, it was late and at night and I wanted to go to bed and I'm like, I need to order these blinds before I go to bed, so I get them. I didn't know how long they were going to take to come in. I do remember that. Stupid. How many times have I said on this channel? Of course, that would have been before I said it this many times on the channel, but how many times have I said on this channel, do not do things late at night. You make mistakes. You're tired, you're fatigued, blah, 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 blah. That's what happened. So it is what it is. I don't have up, down, down, up blinds. I'm not going back to the guest bedroom because the new sheets are on there. Then again, I don't like the way that they're kind of old looking, like used, clearly used sheets. So maybe I will go sleep there. Maybe I'll just go sleep there tonight and then take those brown sheets off and put the cream ones back on. I got some new pillows in today so that they're just white, so I can put them with the cream sheets. Shoot, I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to sleep on those brown sheets for the next week and then wash those sheets and put the cream ones back on before I leave. There you go. I'll feel better about that. I can put the brown ones on this bed. That's fine. They'll match the brown blinds that'll eventually come in here. I started looking at all the other colors. She's like, you can change anything you want now because we're making you new custom ones. And she reminded me, measure the inside of your window at the top, at the middle, at the bottom. See, I remember this last time. I don't believe I did that this time. I thought, I know what size windows they are. This house was just built. Everything's standard. I just measured the windows for the curtains. I know exactly how big they are. They are a different size across the top, across the middle, across the bottom. Yes, they are. And they're a different height from the left side of the window, in the middle of the window, and on the right side of the window. It's unbelievable. So now I have all 6 of those measurements for all 3 windows, and I'm going to call them back and tell them exactly what all those measurements are and let them decide if I need to go with the larger or the smaller one, because sometimes you go with the larger, sometimes you go with the smaller. I think I know which one I need, but I'm going to let her make those decisions. I'm not going to try to figure that out myself, especially because I'm going to a different kind of blind, and certain blinds you use a larger measurement of all of them, and certain ones use a smaller. So I'm just going to tell them, I want up, down, down, up, light filtering. Here are all my measurements. You order. Which they do anyway. It was a service from the beginning. Call and have them walk you through it. I didn't. I knew better. I'd done this before 5 years ago. I'm an expert. Now I don't have my blinds. And when they come in, I will probably be gone. Luckily, I'm making friends with the neighbors. So I can text them when they arrive and say, there's blinds on my front porch. Can you please bring them into your house and just hold on to them until I get back? Praise Jesus for friendly. Here you go. Words of wisdom. This is what happens. This is why you have to be friends with people. It's not why you have to. I do it because I enjoy people's company. But when you run into situations like this, if you don't know any of your neighbors, you're not friends with anybody, you don't have somebody to contact, what do you do? I think I'm friendlier with the neighbors here than I am with the than I am with the neighbors than I am friendly with the neighbors back at home. I really am. Tell you, I don't even know who half the neighbors are that live on my street. People have come and gone. I don't know. Neighbor across the street, I did not even take anything over when they moved. I've never even met them. They've been there now it'll be 2 years, I think, this summer. I think. Or is it 1 year this summer? No, I think it's 2 years this summer. I don't even know what they really look like. I've seen the kids a couple times. I think the guy is kind of a bigger man. That's all I know. I don't know what the mom looks like. How horrible is that? They're my neighbors across the frickin' street. I kept wanting, here's the thing. I didn't go over and introduce myself or say hi because I felt obligated to bring food to do so. And I kept thinking I'm going to make some banana bread. I'm going to make banana bread. Oh, I have to get the bananas. I got to make the banana bread. Let me find a recipe. Stupid. I should have just gone. I said stupid on this video more times today than I've used that word in the past month. I don't know. I guess sometimes you get a word and you get fixated on it. Today's word of the day, stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. I never went over. And then you get past that window of time where now it's just awkward and uncomfortable. So now I have to go over and apologize and explain to them about the whole banana bread thing and the reason why I didn't even come over and say hello. Yeah, I'm a fool. All right, that's my day. That's my day. Upside, great neighbors. There you go. So I just made, it's probably getting hard. I probably have to put it back in the microwave. Remember I told you before, one of my problems, portion control. 2, things don't go right. I eat food to comfort myself. I got myself a raisin bagel over there smothered in butter that I'm just going to sit and eat in bed. Another thing I said I'm not going to do. Probably in the guest bed. It's okay. They're not going to use those sheets. I'm going to take them home or I'm going to use them here. I'll probably take them home actually. Because somebody might use this bed here, and if they have weird sheets, I'll probably just take them home. If I need more sheets here, I can order sheets. I have 3 sets of sheets here. I don't know if I have any sheets. I mean, there's probably sheets on my bed, but I don't think I have an extra an extra set of sheets back at home. So there you go. That's what I'm doing today. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. You don't care. I get it. I understand. I just had to share my blind experience because I was like, are you kidding me? So then when I was downstairs making my bagel and I saw I had gotten in the mail today from Amazon the tools that I need to do the wallpaper, I saw that film that was sitting on the island that I'm going to put on the window, and I decided to put on the door windows. And I thought, I should do that before I go to bed. Then I'll feel better. I'll feel like I got something else accomplished today. And then I paused and thought, Jenny, have you learned nothing? You will not do a project after 8 p.m. on a day that you got up at 6 and have been going nonstop ever since. I'm a slow learner. Yeah, there you go. All right, that's all I have for today. See you tomorrow, friends. Thanks for being here for me. Goodbye. Oh, have all your friends subscribe. Please, please, please pass it along to everybody. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.